Okay, so, I really wanted to review this comic. I really wanted to review it when it was finished, and that comic is Batman, The War of Jokes and Riddles. I know I've been kind of in and out of the Tom King run. I know I've been really out of it. I mean, the last time I reviewed the Tom King run was in I Am Bane, and I did do the button, but that was more of a joint venture. So, yeah. I didn't do Rooftops, I didn't do go back and do I Am Gotham and I Am Suicide, but whatever. I want to keep it a little more consistent with the Tom King run, because I really fucking love Tom King's Batman. Yeah. So, let's talk about, the other thing is, aside from the ending, which it's gonna sound really weird, I guess the only way to talk about this is with the ending, so yeah. If you have not read Batman, The War of Jokes and Riddles, now's your chance to back out, because I am going to spoil some stuff, because again, I feel like I can't do this comic review without spoiling stuff. Okay, so if you're still here, I'm guessing you either want to be spoiled or you already read the comic. So here we go. So if you don't know what the story is, for those who want, those who are still here, those who don't know what the story is that Batman is right after asking Selina's hand in marriage, he tells her about a story that broke him. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied here. Basically, he's telling Selina about a moment in his life that, where he was just broken in his early years as Batman. And Bruce is just telling him this story, known only as the War of Jokes and Riddles. And what that is an event in Gotham where the Joker and Riddler went to war. And what had happened was that a gang war broke out between Joker and Riddler, and Joker was at a point in his life where he wasn't smiling or laughing or anything else. So, Joker tried to kill Riddler, and from there, Riddler and Joker went to war, and all of Gotham is the battleground, with all the other Batman villains taking either Riddler or Joker's side. And that's the big thing here. Now, initially when I heard this story, I'm going to be straight with you guys. Initially, when I heard this story of, the initial idea for the War of Jokes and Riddles, I was like, really, Tom King? It sounds like supervillain Civil War. That's what we got here. But no, it is nothing like I thought it was, which shame on me for thinking otherwise, right? Shame on me for thinking otherwise with this comic, right? But yeah, this thing is just amazing. So yeah, villains like Solomon Grundy, Man-Bat, Mr. Freeze, Mad Hatter, they all join Joker's side, and Riddler has like Two-Face and Clayface and Scarecrow and other villains. Yeah, basically all the villains are on each side. Now, what's interesting about this comic is that the big thing with this is that it doesn't really focus on the war itself. It doesn't really there isn't a lot of focus on the war between, Joker and Riddler. If anything, it's more like Batman being thrown into the aftermath of it. And there are tons of lives lost in the war between Joker and Riddler. Because because you would imagine that, two of Batman's biggest enemies, going head-to-head with one another, and basically having battle lines with an army of supervillains on each side warring it out, and Batman's only one person. Keep in mind, this is in his early years, so he doesn't really have Robin or anything, so he's very much on his own, and Batman is, does he have Robin? Man, I should have reread that before I read this comic, but anyway, that's beside the point. But yeah, Batman and the GCPD are just swamped by this war, and this focuses more on what war does to, and yeah, it's basically a war. So what this really focuses on is the people of Gotham and Batman himself, and what this is doing to him mentally. That's the big thing here, is that it's very much about Batman's psyche and what this war is doing to him and the city he swore to protect, because he can't do it. He honestly cannot, at this point in his life, he cannot just, fight this war, with all of his villains on teams. It's him alone, more or less, and he's forced to more or less pick up the pieces in this war. That's the big thing here, is that it's all about Batman and the casualties in the war of between the war of jokes and riddles. So that's really the big thing here. Let's see, what else? There is some really cool shit between Deadshot and Deathstroke. I mean, there's a quote-unquote fight between Deadshot and Deathstroke, but how they play it out is really cool, because you imagine that both of them are excellent excellent sharpshooters. And it doesn't really focus on them in an all-out fight, per se. It more or less it's Batman telling, the fight between Deadshot and Deathstroke that lasted for days, and there was tons of collateral damage. But another and here's a sentence I thought I'd never say, ladies and gentlemen. This is a sentence I thought I would never say in my life. Kite Man, I feel sorry for Kite Man. There you go. I feel sorry for Kite Man, because, good lord, wow. If you thought Kite Man was a pathetic character, this is going to make you, almost cry, because Tom King really illustrates that this character sucks, and not in a fun way, because they illustrate that Kite Man's a loser, and what happened... what happens to him and the only happiness he had with his son is heartbreaking. The whole interludes with Kite Man are heartbreaking. It's hard to read, guys. I'm not even joking. But speaking of jokes, let's talk about the ending, because we really need to talk about this ending. That being is that at the end of the story, after Batman is forced to join Riddler's side, and it comes down to a fight between him, Joker, and Riddler, Riddler reveals that the whole point of the war, and the Riddler set this up. The whole reason why he orchestrated, Joker, his war with Joker, and getting Batman caught in the middle of it, was just because he wanted to see what would happen when if he could get the Joker to smile. Because he noticed, hey, the Joker's not smiling. I wonder what I could do to make him smile again. And that just sets Batman off. He takes the knife and he's just going to jam it through Riddler's face. But suddenly something happens. The Joker stops him. And that's the moment that broke Batman emotionally. That is the moment that made him go, yeah, I'm just a man. He tells Selina flat out, that was when the Riddler saved me. The Joker saved me from myself. That's the moment where I realized, yeah, I am just a man. And that's the best part, because the Joker saved him. Yeah, he didn't want to save the Riddler per se. Yeah, he wanted to save Batman from himself, because that's always been Joker. That has always been the Joker's whole thing, is that him and Batman are very night and day for him. And if Batman killed someone other than him, then it wouldn't be fun anymore. He would be down on his level. He doesn't want Batman on his level on anyone else's terms. He wants him down on his level on his own terms. And now that he actually saved Batman from himself, he knows that's going to drive him mad for the rest of his life. And he knows deep down he won. And that is so fucking Joker. I love it. Yeah, that is so Joker of him saving Batman from himself, and now Bruce has to live with it for the rest of his life that the Joker saved him. Oh man, this is such a great comic, guys. You don't even know. But yeah, I could go more and more into it, but I'm just I feel like Steve Baxi or Sid Part 2 would actually be a lot better at reviewing this comic. I just really wanted to just gush over this thing. So, you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of Batman, the War of Jokes and Riddles? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.